All right, this is our initial broadcast for GEG Maine, and this is Cheryl Oaks in Wells, Maine. I'll send it down to Nick. Are you going to talk, Nick?
I can talk.
Okay,
yes.
no, I didn't know if you were muted. I'm sorry.
I was watching the Google Plus page, seeing if it was going to update or not.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm Nick Schumann. I'm the tech integrator / guru for York Elementary Schools.
Yeah. Move on over.
Me?
Sure.
Hi, Alice Barr, Instructional Technology at Yarmouth High School in Yarmouth, Maine. And I will send it back to Eric.
All right. And I'm Eric Lawson. I'm the Director of Tech and Library for the York School Department in York, Maine.
And I'm just going to jump back in again for a second. Eric and I were at an event together this summer. I think he's going to talk about it. And we thought it might be fun to do something on our GEG ME. So we are getting together, having a very quick hangout just so that we can model and demonstrate that it's easy to do a hangout, share some information, leave a message, and leave it on the GEG Maine for other people to see and collaborate with us. So, Eric, you're going to be first on the list.
All right, great. Let me see. Let me make sure I can do this. So basically, we were going to talk a little bit about summer work and some of the updates that we've done, and then share a couple of tips and tricks with some Google Chrome extensions and applications. So let me just make sure I can share my screen here. And I want to make sure I get the right one here. So yeah, one of the things that we developed down in York, can everybody see my screen now?
Now, yes.
Present.
Yes.
Oh, you can? Okay, good. So at the end of the year, we always do a Summer Institute in York, and this year we kind of collapsed it and did 2 days of what we'd call our typical Summer Institute, and then we did 2 days of what we called GAFE Peak. And it was a GAFE Peak because it was a little bit smaller than a summit. We're looking at trying to do this primarily for in-house, and we didn't have a whole lot of outside people, although we'd like to expand on that. But we modeled the whole program after the EdTech team's GAFE Summits that are going worldwide to huge success. This was our first full year with Google Apps for Education here in York, and the teachers were asking for more and more and more. And so when we rolled that out, that was fantastic. And then we joined Alice actually up in Yarmouth to do a GAFE Summit, and that's kind of where Cheryl and I talked about, hey, we should really start doing some of these Google Hangouts, give some tips and tricks to people to get everybody kind of into it, and then maybe start challenging other people to do it as well so that we can spread the wealth.
Right on.
And so I'll turn it over to you, Cheryl, about some PD opportunities you did over the summer or updates that Wells did, and I'll stop screen sharing here in a second.
Okay. I'm not going to screen share this part of it, but, oh yeah, I guess I could. Why not? I'm going to talk a little bit about the K12 Online Workshop that's coming up starting in another week, and it's like a shameless promotion. I was accepted to be part of the K12 Online community, and does it look like I'm sharing to you guys?
I can see your screen, yeah.
You can? Okay, great. So it's a great online opportunity for anyone worldwide to get some free training, workshops. You can build your personal learning network, and you're also able to, no, I don't have anything on that. I'll just leave that screen. You're also able to hang out with other people, and then if you want, in another year, you can be part of the K12 Online Conference, and it's k12online.org. We'll put it in our notes on the GEG page when we're done, and try it out. There are 3 different strands. It goes for 3 weeks, and probably 10 to 12 presenters each week. The presentations are 20 minutes or less for the presenters. The keynotes can be a little bit longer, but it's a great thing to check out and try out. If you look at our agenda, we're also going to talk about back to school, and talk about extensions and apps that we like. And so I am going to turn it over to Eric to talk about his extensions, and then I'll come back and talk about mine.
Okay, great. Let me see if I can share my screen again then. So one of the things that I've been presenting at some of the GAFE summits, and another one coming up in Providence at the end of February, early part of April, is on Google extensions and apps and how you can best use them in the classroom. Are you all seeing my screen now?
Yes.
Okay.
Tech updates,
Awesome.
yeah.
All right, perfect. So you'll notice that I have a lot of tabs open at the top, and I'm sure I'm not the only one guilty of leaving tabs open all the time. One of the great extensions that you can install for the Chrome browser is called OneTab, and it's right here on the top right-hand corner. And if I click that, which literally funnels all of my tabs down to one tab, you'll see I have them all crunched here in one list. Well, that's only part of the beauty of it. The great thing about this is, let's pretend all of these links I had were research topics for my students at school. And I don't have time to put together a web page with pictures and all these links to it, but I do want to make sure my students go to links that are pre-approved or that I can guide them to. So by having all these tabs open, shrinking it down with one tab, I can then click Share as a web page, and literally it takes this one tab of page, creates a basic web page with just links on it. It gives me a QR code, so if my students are in an iPad school or in a one-to-one scenario, they could just scan that. On top of it, I can use a secondary extension, which I've downloaded. It's like the little vice grip up here. It's the Google URL shortener. And when I do that, it will also shorten it to an easier URL address. So if I'm in Chromebooks or a laptop scenario, I can give that off as well. So those are two extensions that I've used to kind of speed up the process on gathering a whole bunch of links and sharing them out to either staff or students in a quick, easy manner.
Great.
And so I'll unshare my screen and turn it back over to Cheryl for a couple of extensions and apps that she's found.
Okay. So I'm going to go back and share my screen again.
Uh-oh, I think we lost your audio there, Cheryl.
She went too far into the Googleverse.
She's extending. Cheryl, are you still there? I can see your screen, but I can't hear her. You guys can't either, I assume?
No, I can't hear her either.
All right.
I just texted her to see if maybe she can, but it looks like she's actually frozen.
Yeah,
Here, she's replying. Hold on.
Okay.
I am frozen.
Oh, no. All right. Maybe she can... Well, if she wants,
Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, she can. Right. Yeah. Good call, Alice. Good call.
Points to Alice.
All right. We can keep going. Nick, do you have, or Alice, do you have a couple extensions that you wanted to share while you're here?
Nick, go ahead. Or do you want? If you have one right at your fingertips, let me just look for a second. Or not. Oh, here, I have one real quick.
I have one, but I don't have it set up for it.
I can show you this one. Hold on a second. Nothing like being on the fly.
That's right.
Okay, hold on one sec here. Screen share. And I have far too many screens open. You see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so I have an app or an extension that I like very much called and if it will open, which it might not because you could see how many millions of tabs I have open right now. But Extensify actually lets you control your extensions right inside of your browser so that you can just turn them on and off when you want to use them. So that's kind of cool.
That.
Yeah, Extensity.
Nice.
All right, that was my quick one on the fly. Now wait a minute, I got to stop sharing. There we go. Whoop.
All right.
And Cheryl's back. Hey!
I know. I got lost in Wells here somehow.
That can happen. That can happen.
Yeah.
You went too far into the Googleverse.
It must have. I'm just going to get my page back open again.
Sure.
And I am going to not do one. Well, I lost internet, so I don't think it was the apps I was about to share. But it happened when I was going to share Dictanote, so I'm just going to share that one last.
Yeah.
All right, let me get my agenda back. There we go. And okay. Sharing that page again. And what I wanted to talk about for apps before I got bumped off the internet, I wanted to talk about Dictanote, which I will save for the end, but I have two of them, text help highlighting tools for Google, and you can see that this page has some highlighting on it. And you can find text help highlighting tools in two places. One is right in your Google Docs add-ons, and you can go and get add-ons and find it like the Google Store, Chrome Store. And then Text Help Study Skills, I'm going to show the highlighting tools. And it opens up a sidebar, and I can highlight things in yellow, blue, green, or pink. I can collect my highlights. And so I'm going to demonstrate how to highlight in yellow. If I can get into this. No, I can't get into that. Right up here, I'll highlight apps with yellow. And then I'm going to highlight extensions in blue. And then I could make a key after I collect my highlights. I'm going to sort the highlights by color. And this happens on the fly in the background. And your highlights document has been created here. So I click on this and I open up my collected highlights. So this is great for reading a document for students when they're writing, and you can put a key in here so that yellow represents one thing. I do a lot of time, geography, adverbs, adjectives, and I assign different colors to those categories, and then I have students searching throughout the document for those things. So great tool, and again it was right here in add-ons. The other one I want to show, and I learned this from Eric, and it's too long, didn't read, and it's an extension that's from the Chrome Store, and we'll just see if it will work on this Google Doc. This little sloth comes out, reads the article quickly, and gives you a short one-paragraph summary, and you can choose to read longer and longer portions of the article, or you can stick with the summary. You can read the original article as well. So this has been a great tool for our students as they've been doing a lot of current events or doing their research on the internet and specific topics. This gives a quick way to condense an article. They get a chance to see if really that's an article that they want to continue to read, or do they want to go and find something else. So students really like that one a lot. The other one is an app, and it's in Chrome as an app. So I just opened up my apps, and I'm going to cycle through my pages. And I was a little leery about this because it has some microphone use going on, but we'll try. And, okay. There's the free version only allows you to open one page. And so as you're talking, your computer is typing for you. I'm going to turn the microphone on and speak slowly and clearly, and I'm going to move that down. So I hope all of you may try K12 Online Conference starting in October. So kids have been pretty amazed to see their voice turn instantly into text. They're a little leery of it, so it's going to take some convincing to get them to try that throughout this year. So those are my things to share. And Alice, did you talk a little bit about the GEG while I was lost? Do you want to do that now, and then we'll make our challenge?
Sure.
Okay.
So we've been referring to GEG all afternoon, which stands for Google Educator Groups. And the idea behind these groups is for communities of educators to learn, share, and inspire each other and meet the needs of students through technology solutions, both in the classroom and beyond. And it's really the idea that these are local communities around, so that they're more of like a user group type event. And when we set it up, we thought GEG Maine, because of MLTI, that our Maine Learning Technology Initiative, we thought that they sort of go hand in hand, and that's because so many schools are using the Google Apps for Education that you know, it would be a good idea to have all of us in one sort of community where we'd love for people to join. It's certainly open to anybody, and we have some ideas coming up that for getting together to start sharing practices, maybe do some work with integrators or with administration. There's all kinds of thoughts, and Cheryl and Eric kind of also took the bull by the horns to kind of get us started here. But there are GEGs all over. You don't have to just join Maine. You can also get in on some of the other ones around the country just by going to Google+. They're Google+ communities. And are you going to have show notes?
Yeah, I think we're going to try and put something on the GEG page.
Okay, so there's a website for Google Educator Groups, and then how to directly link to GEG Maine, and you just click join, and you're in. And anybody can post, so please join us.
Nice. Eric, do you want to do your, do you want to explain the challenge and shout out first?
Sure.
Okay.
So kind of following the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, we're going to challenge a few people to do one of these GEG Hangouts as well, and offer some tips and tricks for everybody else within the group and also on air. And basically, we'll give you a month, and if you can't achieve that, we'll come to your district and dump an ice bucket on your head. No, I'm only kidding. We won't do that. Well, maybe we will. Depends on who it is. Yeah, exactly. So I'd like to call out my first two people, the tech director up in Kennebunk, Jamie Jensen, and his sidekick, John Williams. And they're up in RSU 21. And my other group would be down in SAD 60, and that would be Chris Russo and Gwyneth McGuire.
All right. Excellent. And I'm going to call out our good friends, Jamie Stewart and Deb White. Deb's in Orono. Jamie's in the Skowhegan area. I'm not quite sure which school. And then our Western Mountain friends, Dan Ryder and Jeff Bailey. So say just what Eric said. We're challenging you, giving you a month. We'll publish this and promote it at the Geek of the Week on Friday at the Actum Conference. So by then, everybody's going to know, and you'll want to get your challenge done as soon as possible.
Excellent. Hey, have fun up in Acton, by the way.
Yeah. You need to have fun too, Eric.
Yeah, I do. I plan on that. Yes.
Do you want to a shameless promotion for this?
Sure, I can do that. I was lucky enough to get my acceptance letter last night from the Google Teachers Academy in London, so I will be flying out here in a couple weeks to attend on October 27th and 28th in London, England. So hopefully I'll be coming back with a lot of resources to share and help out all over the place. So be expecting some more posts from me.
And what's the hashtag for that one?
I don't know that yet. They've only just sent me the first initial saying I was in and to fill out the form saying I still plan on going. So I don't have all the complete details yet, but
Awesome.
I'll post it for sure.
Awesome. Fire hose.
That is just great.
And I hope folks who are at Acton will come to our session at lunchtime and come geek out with us, please.
Bring some good tools that we can share. All right.
Fun. Have a good time up there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, join us online.
Yeah, we're going to broadcast it, so you could come in on the Hangout.
Oh, perfect.
That'd be great. Okay. Well, this is the first challenge, GEG Maine, and we hope it's not the last. All right. Over and out from Wells.
All right. See you later. Over and out from York as well.
Bye.